Good morning, everybody. Ooh,
Good morning.
something flashed across the middle for a second.
I said you're live.
Oh, it was just like that. It is January the 24th on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock here in Alabama.
And I'm hoping everybody's staying warm and safe. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to see temperatures already over here.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty nasty a lot of places.
Melissa says it is negative 18 with a wind chill of negative 32.
Where's that?
She's got to be in Antarctica.
She's got to be. That's not good, Melissa. I don't go outside this morning, okay? I mean, that's some serious.
So my buddy Wes, who's in Pittsburgh,
Mm-hmm.
he sent me a text last night because, he's told me on his little trips he's been on up north that how much colder Alabama or our area feels because of the humidity. Well, he sent me a text last night and he said, humidity or not, negative 8's cold.
I just.
Oh, gosh. Negative 16 in Minneapolis. Cool.
Speaking of Antarctica,
Michigan's negative 17. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. 63 in Florida.
63. What part? That wasn't Londa, was it?
It wasn't Londa. I don't know who it was. It's gone now so fast. Anyway, speaking of what?
Antarctica.
Yeah.
So Mary Carl likes to, look at birds across the world. We're not in the United States anymore. We're across the world.
Yes.
And last night we were looking at Antarctic birds. And I said, okay, we can look at the Antarctic birds. That's fine. As long as you don't think we're going to Antarctica. And so I looked up to see how long the flight was.
Yeah.
And it was 20 plus hours. So, yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think there's anywhere that
is inhabitable.
I don't think it's open to the public per se.
Like researchers and.
Yeah, I think that's it. There's no, I may be wrong on
I'm
that.
sure
but
there's probably some.
I don't think so. I think it's only,
researchers and
scientists and researchers there.
I don't know, but she was showing me the different birds, and I just crossed that off real quick. I said, "You can forget me going to Antarctica, girl." I mean, I can see her being a researcher in her future and going to 62 in Sanibel Island.
Wow.
Or 65, sorry. Got that 2 and 5 confused. When they hold up the eye charts, I do that too. Get the 5 and the 2 confused. It's a little distance from here.
Yeah, it's a little distance from here. Somebody asked, are we getting snow? No, we're not getting snow. This weather pattern is like, we're going to keep Alabama warm. It's weird because it goes, this is the bottom of the United States. It's going like this, going across Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, back down to Georgia. It's weird.
There are some places in Alabama.
Yeah, the upper corner there.
That will get some. Let's see if I can't show y'all a good map. That's not a good one.
It's really weird how it's looking.
The shape of it is just it's strange because initially, it kind of came right across our spot.
It did.
And then now it's just shifted, and I mean, we're thankful for that, but we don't want anybody to get ice, and snow's okay, but ice is not okay.
Here's a semi one right here.
Let's see what you got.
This one.
Yeah, that one, and then
just kind of goes up and just goes right back down again. Yeah, it goes up and back down.
I mean, we're down, we're way down here.
It's really strange what it's doing.
But I mean, we didn't want the ice, so we're thankful for that. But people are going to get it.
The snow would have been fun, I guess.
And they're already talking about next weekend. There's a potential for snow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
so crazy. It's we just really don't want the ice. We really don't want the ice. And I tell y'all, I showed on my video that I was going to do my Walmart pickup. Well, I wasn't doing the pickup just particularly because of the weather, we were out of groceries.
They were.
And I went in to get my produce, and boy, oh boy, the shelves were already starting to get bare. And I could hear the communication between the shoppers, are you ready for this ice storm that's coming? And by that morning, they had already started saying that they thought that it was going to, start
Right,
shifting a
right.
little bit away from us. But even yesterday, people were still crazy preparing, and anything could happen.
Yeah. Well, here's something that I thought that caught me off guard because we're from the South. So Wes is in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me a text like yesterday. He said, it's just like it is in Alabama. People are going and the grocery stores are completely bare. And I would think that they're used to it.
But I guess when an ice storm comes, which is not typical anywhere,
Yeah.
And I don't know why it's not more typical. Just think about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess the conditions have to be just right to not have snow and just have ice.
Yep.
I don't know. It's
Hair suits me this morning.
Good morning. I just was amazed at the amount of people out preparing. I expected it. But still, even yesterday, we didn't go in Walmart, but we drove by Walmart. It was yesterday morning, I think. I drove by, and you couldn't have found a parking spot.
Well, here's the other thing that caught me off guard was that I was here filming. You went to town, and I told you to swing by Tractor Supply to grab me some pellets for my pellet grill.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
just because you're almost out.
I'm almost out. And Tractor Supply, they have them.
It'd be easy to get in and out.
Easy to get in and out, grab them. You said there wasn't a single
barbecue pellet anywhere.
I could not believe that.
I got to looking, and there was, I said, why are there not any pellets anywhere? Because I'd bought some before Christmas. I knew that they sold them. So there was empty spots. There was tags everywhere. Got in the car, and Mary Carl was with me, and she said, Mom, why didn't you get anything? I said, well, they didn't have them. They were completely sold out. And then it dawned on me, if we're not going to have power, people are going to be cooking
on their grill.
I
think Michael Key went and bought them all.
Yeah, you think? Mm-hmm. He came over to Clanton and bought them all?
He's going to cook for everybody.
Okay. Well, that's good.
What time we need to come over, Mike?
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad he signed up for that.
I'll bring some turnips, too.
Don't do it till Monday, though, Michael. It's just going to be a rain until Monday. That's all of our dogs. Don't pay any attention. Michael said he's got us. He's got us covered.
Yeah, I said I'll bring some turnips.
You'll bring some turnips. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not radishes.
No radishes. No radishes.
So, no propane either. That's right.
Holly.
We have had a stray dog that has been coming near the property lines, and it's injured. And I have tried to help the dog. It's a lab, and his leg is just... So I have went to the dog several times to try to get it help, and every time I get near it, it runs.
It runs off.
It runs off. I can't trap it because it's a big dog. I don't have anything that big, and I just don't know. I guess somebody... It's him and a buddy. It's not just him. It's him and his buddy. His buddy's in good shape, but I don't know.
And both of them are nervous as a cat.
They're nervous.
You can't get near them.
And they're not skinny.
No,
they're not skinny.
Yep.
But I don't know why they're here. He can walk. He's walking on 3 legs, and he can skedaddle pretty quick because as soon as I stop and try to help him, he runs off.
He's gone.
But where he belongs, I have no idea. We'd never seen him ever until about, a week ago?
Yep.
A week or two ago?
Yep, they're kind of new. I have no idea.
And then it's like they come here and then they disappear for a few days. So maybe they do have a home, but wherever they belong, they need to tend to the dog with the
hurt leg. For sure.
He needs help. But medical attention.
Yep.
I would have taken him to the vet if I could have called him. And I felt that was unusual because all the labs I've ever been around have all been, oh, goodness. No.
Frankly.
It's not the dog that got Otis. We're about 5 miles
No,
from
no, no, yeah.
Catherine.
Yeah. That'd be a haul.
That would be a long haul. So I think he belongs to somebody over here, but I think they're not doing a very good job taking care of him. He needs medical attention. He definitely does. Speaking of medical attention, when I was looking for a weather picture just a minute ago, I came across, and I probably didn't save it. I thought I did. I came across this. It was about the rabies drops.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was on James Spann. And I don't know if this is the thing that they do in all states, but they drop these rabies pellets or packets, I guess you would say, from helicopters and whatnot.
James has got a bunch of stuff on there right now because of the weather. It's probably gonna be hard to find.
Yeah, and it's the way I've got it, it's not in order.
Yeah.
But do they do that in y'all's area, or is this something Dr. D concocted? You know, he's the state veterinarian.
That's true.
And he's over the rabies thing. Let me show you what they look like. I mean, it was just here, so I know I can find it. Bear with me. I can find it.
Well,
here they are. So this is what they look like. And this was in Mobile County. But they've got gloves on because they drop them from helicopters or airplanes, and it's for raccoons and other wildlife to consume and stop rabies.
Yeah.
Or help with rabies, I should say. Low-flying airplanes and helicopters throughout a vaccination area that includes most of coastal Pensacola and parts of the following cities: Spanish Fort, and they're all over. They're different areas, but this is just where they happen to be this weekend. But I don't know if they have any. I'm sure that they have data on how well it works.
I'm sure they do.
They're dropping 222,600 coated sacked baits containing a rabies vaccine. And they say that it's targeting raccoons and other wildlife.
They do in West Virginia.
I think they say they do in Maine. Nope, -5 in Maine. But you know, that's just something I had never heard of until I was reading the comments. Until a couple of years ago. But it obviously helps with the rabies pandemic. Not too long ago, they were dropping them in our area.
Yep, they were.
And they say it's no harm to anything. You know, you don't want your children handling them. If you see one, just let it be, especially if it's in the woods. It's not going to hurt your dog unless they eat a whole bunch of them. But it's just a...
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Speaking of turnips, we boy, did we get some feedback on how to cook turnips.
We did.
Now, the way that we have them here are kind of like the way we have or grew up eating rutabagas, where your parents would chop them up in little cubes and put them in a pot with some type of fat or seasoning and cook them like that. That's the way we've had them. And we personally didn't like them like that. Now, you guys have given us a ton of ideas. So a lot of people said cook them like potatoes or mix them with potatoes.
Right.
Was one way to do it. And of course, they got a lot of health benefits. And so that's something that we may tinker around with. And a lot of people said, now, that day I did pick that one. I did cut it up and put it on a chicken salad sandwich raw. And it has the flavor, if anybody wants to know.
That was when you thought it was a radish.
I thought it was a radish. It does have the flavor of a mild radish, just plain raw. It's not near spicy, but it has just a little bit of spice to it. And I'm sure it's like anything else, you know, purple top turnips going to taste a little bit different than another type of turnip green or that kind of thing. But a lot of people said about freeze drying them too, so that may be something else we'll tinker around with.
You know, I was thinking about it. One of those.
Oh yeah, I think those are too big.
If we sliced it up, it would cover the whole freeze dryer tray in about 3 slices.
It would, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would cover it up. And then I wonder how it would turn out. Would it be crispy like a chip? Would it turn to powder?
Because it doesn't have much water content anyways.
So it's going to stay the same.
I think it's going to stay that dense and crispy is what I think.
Well, somebody did send me a recipe, and it was from Justin, the Louisiana cook. You remember?
Oh yeah,
him?
yeah.
And it was
I
like
guarantee.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
It was
Justin Wilson.
Yes, Justin Wilson. I could not think of. It's a layered casserole, and that was a good idea too. It did have cheese in it, and it required cooking it for about an hour and a half. So my thoughts are, if you cook cheese for an hour and a half, is it not gonna? I don't know what would happen if you cook cheese that long. But it was like
what was
the
temperature? Maybe it was a lower temperature.
Oh, you got me wanting to look now.
Man, do I that was one show. Now my dad was not a big TV fan. He just didn't watch much TV. But one show that I remember him watching was Justin Wilson's cooking show. And I wonder why you don't see that. I don't know. To me, he doesn't get that much credit because, in my opinion, he is the godfather of cooking shows. I mean, him, of course, Julia Childs was first, but there wasn't many cooking shows out there, and his was so good and so entertaining.
Okay, I found the recipe.
Did you?
So it's from Rosebud, and Rosebud is who gave me the earrings that I like so well. Turnips au gratin. Okay, so it's 6 to 8 large turnips, and if we did those large ones, we couldn't use 6 to 8 of those.
Right.
But anyway, 6 to 8 large onions, dry white wine, 4 eggs, red cayenne pepper or Louisiana hot sauce. We might have to leave that out. 3 cups of Swiss cheddar, Parmesan, or Romano cheese grated, and then sliced cheese for the top. You grease a casserole dish and you basically layer it. And you bake it at 350 for an hour to an hour and a half until the turnips are tender.
Well, how long would you bake a lasagna dish?
It just, no, probably not that long. And it probably would be just fine. I'm probably just, you put the cheese on the top at the end. Obviously, you wouldn't put the cheese on the top while you cook it. But that sounds really good, doesn't it?
It does sound good.
Dry white wine or broth. You could use broth. I bet it would be good. I bet it would be really good.
Somebody said that their dad had his matching suspenders. Justin wore the red suspenders. I told you not long ago that I wanted some that's hard to say. Some suspenders.
And I just shook my head.
And Mary Crawl said, Daddy, I think they look great. Me and Mary Crawl are a lot alike.
They are. They are.
A lot alike. Speaking of, we went to the feed store and she rode with me and got our feed, and she said, Daddy, can we go buy Rusted Relics? And I was like, we can. So we went in Rusted Relics and we walked around and looked, and we each got some goodies. I can't remember what she got.
I never saw it, so don't ask me.
She didn't get that much. She got an old crystal perfume bottle.
Oh, okay. I never saw that.
The one that has the
little top that goes down in it,
and you put it on you like that. Yeah.
It didn't have any perfume.
No, it didn't still have any in it, but she got one of those. I'll show you what I got. I got a couple of things.
I didn't know what you got either.
Got some pictures from my wall that I'm probably going to work on Monday because it's going to be cold.
Really. You think? Is it going to be cold?
It's going to be cold.
You bought that at the Rusted Relics?
I knew automatically when I saw the back it was going to be old. But again, I love the frame and I love the picture.
Now, there. You can see, Jason, by the reflection.
Yeah, this is
that the glass is not high quality. Jason sent me this video. And he said, I want you to watch this because you go to thrift stores sometimes and I'm not with you, or flea markets or whatever. He said, this is what this lady says to look for. And so I'm watching it and I'm thinking to myself, I am not going to be able to tell if I've got a reflection or not in that glass. It was talking about high quality glass and how you should buy a frame, even though you don't like the picture, if it's got high quality glass in it, and reuse it because the glass is what you're buying.
You're buying
anti-reflective.
Yes.
And obviously that one was not that one didn't qualify.
So far, I have not found any anti-reflective pictures yet.
Somebody said they have that exact picture.
Oh, really?
How about that?
You know, it's calm. Me, Carl, and I, we noticed the repeat stuff. Of course, Little Boy Blue. If you go to thrift stores or anything like that, you've seen Little Boy Blue and the girl that matches him. But I don't know what her name is. I've always called him Little Boy Blue.
Y'all, I don't pay any attention to this kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like what he does, but I could care less. It just doesn't strike my interest.
The other day, matter of fact, when we went this day, she said, "Daddy, have you noticed the Coca-Cola picture?" And she showed it to me, and it's a lady. It's an older look. It looks vintage, but it's a remake. And she's holding a bottle like this, and she's kind of like this. And I said, "You know what? I have." And lo and behold, we saw it at one booth, walked over 2 booths, and there it was again. And of course, we both started laughing. But and it's on metal tins. The Coca-Cola one is. It's a lady. She's on metal tins. She's on posters.
Pinky is the
Little
girl.
Boy Blue and Pinky. Well, that makes sense.
Okay, now I get it.
That makes sense.
Pink, our cat, had a brother that had been adopted already when we got her from the shelter, and his name was Blue.
That's right.
So Pinky and
Pinky
Little Boy Blue.
That's it. You don't see Pinky near as much as Little Boy Blue, in my opinion. I don't know why that is.
Maybe you pay more attention.
Maybe people like Pinky better and keep Pinky and just give Little Boy Blue away.
Somebody said that picture reminded them of Mary Carl.
I saw that. I got to get back to something about Mary Carl and the pictures and stuff.
Okay.
But go ahead. You gonna say something?
No, because you'll forget.
Well, I was gonna show my other picture I got here, and I love this one too. And this one's old as well. Isn't that beautiful? And again,
I don't know what it looks like.
Look at here.
Is it reflective?
Yeah, you don't see that big reflection.
Oh yeah, I do see the big reflection.
So that was my 2 finds right there. And speaking of this one here and Mary Carl. So right here, you can see this one. So the outfit. So that's what kind of triggered this. So we watched Finding Neverland. I don't know if any of y'all ever seen that before, but it's about the Peter Pan story and the gentleman that wrote Peter Pan. So awesome, really feel good movie. It does have some ups and downs emotionally, so it may make you tear up at some point, but it's a great movie. It's back in the early 2000s, Johnny Depp and Kate Winslet.
I've never heard of it.
It's a great movie. I love the movie, and I found it, the DVD at the thrift store, and I bought it, and we watched it.
Last night?
Night before last. And so I don't care what movie we watch. If there is a bird noise in that movie, Mary Carl is going to analyze it, and she knows immediately. She's going to tell me right then, "Daddy, that's a painted bunting, or that's a northern
I know
harrier."
where you're getting at.
So that's what she does right there throughout the whole. I mean, any bird, if she don't know what it is, she will start searching it in the middle of the movie to tell me. She's like, "I think, is that a Savannah sparrow? Is that a fox sparrow? They're in Europe, so they can't be." But sometimes they'll just put American birds in the wrong. They don't care. They just want the sound. So very technically mean.
It needs to be correct.
It needs to be correct. So the loon's the one that movies use all the time for nighttime. That woo, and sometimes it sounds scary and spooky. So loons they use all the time. So she no longer corrects the loon because, matter of fact, she gets tickled about the loon all the time now. The other one that I just noticed that she just started is she knows styles and clothing in earlier eras. So we're watching a movie. She's done this 2 movies in a row because they've been set in older times. So the one we were watching, Finding Neverland, I think is set in the early 1900s, like 1908 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. She wanted to know what year this movie was set in. So I'm looking it up while we're watching the movie. And then she proceeds to tell me that the wardrobe is not right on the ladies. Their neckline's way too low. I mean, and I'm like, how in the world?
See, I would never, ever, ever recognize any kind of
So funny.
Detail
I'm
like
like,
that.
oh my gosh. And so that's what she does. She tells me about the Victorian. She knows that those eras, and it's not just Victorian. There's other names for them. I forget. She'll tell me. And of course, honestly, I don't have that much interest in that, and so I try to understand and pay attention. But sometimes it sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher talking to me too.
It
And
always sounds like that to me. I just
so
listen.
she just goes on about the jewelry, and the costumes are way too shiny. They never would have worn anything that shiny back. And I mean, just on and on and on about the wardrobe. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, baby, just don't miss the movie now. Don't you worry about it.
Well, I thought you were going to get to the point about the birds and the two sounds that they use.
Oh yeah, they do the loons and the red-tailed hawk.
Didn't you do some research about that? I thought.
Oh, the other one. The other one was the dolphin. So the dolphin sound is a kookaburra. The flipper dolphin sound we're all used to in movies. That is not a dolphin. That is a kookaburra bird.
Jason came to me the other morning and told me this, and I just shook my head because I don't remember hearing a dolphin sound and thinking that it didn't sound like a dolphin, and nobody would, because
no, we all think that's what a dolphin sounds like.
It's just
because
but
of the
it's
movies.
a bird, and it's easier for them to get the recording of the bird than it is a recording of a dolphin making the sound, obviously.
Now, I will say this, and I've said it many times before, that I think that memories or something is passed down through DNA, because nobody, me and you we don't know anything about birds. And Mary Carl has been bird obsessive since she was born. And I'm a hardcore and would name us birds that a 4 and 5-year-old had no business knowing what they were.
But you know what?
What?
Last night when she and I were looking at the Antarctic birds,
mm-hmm.
and she was showing me some video
mm-hmm.
of some birds, tucked under feeding their chicks and such. I said, Mary Carl, I said, I feel like I've seen that before. And she said, Mama, you remember when I was little and we used to watch those documentaries? That's the kind of birds that they would show, like what's on Antarctica. And it rang a bell with me. Back when she was little,
yep.
That's what she and I watched on TV, was nature documentaries,
right.
and things like that, because that's what she enjoyed. And y'all, she'd rewatch the same one over and over and over. And I think that's one, and it wasn't anything that I instilled in her. It was what she desired to watch. And even as a young, I'm talking little, 5, 6, 7 years old, she was wanting to watch that rather than, I don't know, but she had them all memorized, and she would tell me, no, not that one, Mama, the next one, is the one she wanted to rewatch over and over again. And of course that was a long time ago, and I don't remember a lot of it, but just seeing that bird feeding its chick, I said, Mary Carl, I've seen that before. She said that's where it was.
Well, she recently told me, so we were talking about that because she said that, when she goes, she's been going on these, helping the Alabama Audubon band birds. She's learning about that, and she's doing a lot of field trips and this kind of thing. And she said, Daddy, sometimes they ask me, what do they call it? They're not spirit bird. They're spark. There's something term they use.
I can't remember,
because these people that are, work for Audubon or big birders, there's a bird that they saw and that just set it off. And she's like, I don't really have one because I've always loved birds. And I said, well, you need to tell them that. Tell them that from the day one, you've always been birding. And I tell her about the time that I found the book where she wrote in there, and she just was learning how to write when she saw an eastern phoebe at 4 and 5 years old. Me and you had no idea what an eastern phoebe was back then.
Right.
So how does she know? And an eastern kingbird, how does she know what an eastern kingbird? So she proceeds to tell me that, Daddy, I also remember seeing a Louisiana water thrush too. At 5 years old, a Louisiana. How does a 5-year-old whose parents know absolutely nothing about birds or birding know what a Louisiana water thrush was?
I don't know.
But she did at that age. So that's why I think that, it's passed down. And so I asked Mom, and Mom told me that my granddad and my grandmother were both big birders. Well, that makes me think too about Mary Carl's love for that early fashion. My grandmother went to college to Montevallo when it was an all-girls school, and she went to college for fashion design. So she has all these, my mom does, and has all these drawings of dresses and stuff that my grandmother drew that Mary Carl had no idea about.
Nothing.
And so I kind of think that just gets it gets, somehow embedded in our DNA some kind of way. And I may be completely wrong, but that's just what I think.
Well, they are both deceased, and Mary Carl never had any kind of
No, didn't.
knowledge of what she likes. So you just have to imagine that that's the case.
I think it is. I really do think it is.
I don't know. It's definitely interesting, and it's definitely her passion, and I just don't see it changing.
Yeah.
So I don't know when that next bird banding is, but she's got herself signed up to go. And what they do is they set up these they call them mist nets. It's very interesting to me. They set up the nets, and then they flush the birds by taking what looks like a milk jug filled with pebbles, I guess. And they walk in a line and they shake the jugs. And this particular trip, they were doing sparrows. So the sparrows are down in the grass. And when they shake the jugs, the sparrows flush into the nets. And then they go and they catch the birds out of the nets, put them in the bags, take them back and get all the data and record it and band it and, make sure that they weigh them and document it all. So that way, if they catch them again, they can see if that bird, one of them they caught. Do you remember how much the weight increase was? It was incredible.
Yeah, it was. And it was very short period.
Yes, they had recalled a bird, and they weighed it and checked its data and everything. And I want to say it was like 3 months time. The amount of weight that bird improved was just incredible. It was almost frail. It was almost skinny when they caught it the first time. And then now completely healthy. So that tells you about diet changes and, where the food sources are. And it's just amazing.
It is. It is amazing. And she really enjoys it too.
She does. Those people are like-minded, obviously.
They are.
With what she cares about. And
they are. It's it's to me, it just, I love it because they all know who Mary Carl is now.
Yeah.
And I don't think Mary Carl, to her it's no big deal, but to me, as a dad, it just kind of warms my heart. We were in a Zoom meeting with Andrew, who's one of the big people over there at the Alabama Audubon Association. And there's some other people in there. I forget how many people are in the meeting. And it's about an upcoming birding trip. And he's talking about waterfowl, and he knows Mary Carl's love for waterfowl. And Mary Carl's goal is, before she graduates high school, she wants to see all of the North American ducks. And she's let Andrew know this. And so the birding trip, he's talking about I think there's going to be 40, possibly 40 species of waterfowl on this particular trip. And he says in the meeting, he never mentions anybody else in this meeting. He said, "Oh, I know Mary Carl's going to be happy about this one." To me, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I know, her, she,
and she didn't think
about it,
but you did."
Oh, I just, as a dad, I was, it just warms your heart. I don't know, just as a parent, you get it.
So that was a birthday Christmas gift to Mary Carl, as an upcoming birding trip. And it'll be in the latter part of February. We haven't decided if I'm going to take her or if Jason's going to take her.
Yeah.
We'll just have to figure out which one works out best for timing, make sure I'm feeling good and whatnot. And that was what we did for her for her Christmas birthday. And she's going to get to see, hopefully, some things that she hasn't seen. And, why go out and buy something physical when she doesn't care anything about it? So this will be a trip that she can remember, hopefully, and she'll definitely enjoy. That person said, Kathy said she'll take her. She'll take her. It's a northern part of Tennessee, southern Missouri.
Yes, and it's near or around the Mississippi River.
So she's still doing taxidermy too.
Yes, absolutely.
So it is it's going to be cold. It's going to be really cold. And we had not even considered the fact that I might take her instead of Jason. And so when they were in this Zoom meeting, as soon as it was over, Jason ordered him some things that he thought he would need to stay warm.
And Mary Carl too.
And well, yeah, of course, Mary Carl. But then I said, Jason, maybe it might be better if I take her. It's way more north than Memphis. I looked at it on the map.
Yes.
But it may be that I end up taking her over you. I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out closer to time. But it's about a week-long trip, so it'll be quite an event.
Definitely would be.
A 6-hour drive is where we're thinking that Jason may not do well. Of course, she's 16 and she can drive, but she can't, I don't think, drive 6 straight hours.
No, I wouldn't. Not dare ask her to do that.
And Jason gets very, very tired when he drives. So
I do. I'm one of those people. And, I think it has something to do with the ADHD because it's the same, and it just that straight line. And I don't know, but it does make me sleepy. I could not be a truck driver.
So it would take you 2 extra days, basically, because you would probably have to stop halfway.
That's what Mary Carl and I talked about. But
if I take her, I don't feel like I would have to stop halfway. I just don't get tired driving. I actually enjoy driving. So it may be, I don't know. I don't know. Reelfoot Lake, is that part of it?
I can't remember. I have to go back and look into
I don't know either. I wasn't in the meeting because I wasn't thinking I was going to take her, and now things have kind of changed. So we'll see. We will let y'all know if there's going to be any videos missed or lives missed or whatnot. Jason might be on his own, or I might be on my own. I can't do a live except for on one thing on my phone, though. So we'll see.
That's why you don't let me drive that tractor.
That's why. That's exactly why. He gets sleepy. If he falls asleep at the wheel, he'll damage my tractor.
I've never fallen asleep at the wheel.
No. It just wears you out.
It does.
It wears you out. And we had already thought about you stopping halfway. So we'll see. Andrew has a feeling it's going to be very, very cold.
That's what he seems to think.
And I just don't know about that.
It includes a boat ride, and it's all kinds of stuff.
And maybe an owl hunt.
An owl hunt in the evening time.
Not hunt.
No,
Not like, no, we're not going to take any owls out.
Owling.
Hunt, like looking for.
I think they call it owling.
So speaking of owling. Owling. Catherine, my dear friend over at G&G, if y'all saw her video, you know that she went on a recent trip to Tennessee to somewhere we have never been. The Gatlinburg area, and she brought me back a little birthday gift, and she knows that I love owls, and this is one of those chainsaw carvings of an owl, so it is something that I will cherish forever. And that made me think of this little owl. I love owls. I just love them.
I like owls too a lot.
I think they're just, and it's something I don't ever get to see. Now, back when we lived at our old place, we heard a lot of owls.
We had barred, who are the ones that you really hear a lot. I mean, those are the ones that sound like monkeys in trees, just go crazy. That's a barred. And we had a screech owl in the backyard.
We did. But here, we very rarely hear an owl, I feel like, compared to what we did there. And it's just, the environment's different. The woods are different. It's habitat.
I say this, at the old farm, that had never been clear cut. All you saw there was, pristine Alabama forest versus what we have here. Is totally different.
Totally different. It's night and day. But I love owls. That's right. Pack my own food for the trip, and that's something that's what
we got to talk about too.
That's what we're concerned about, is if I can find things to eat. Because obviously, they're going to eat as a group, and it's not about feeling different, eating something different. It's about having food that I need to. I even thought about I could take my little convection oven. If I plug the convection oven in a hotel room, are they going to call the fire department?
As long as it's not smoking and the fire alarm don't go off, you're fine.
Okay. Well, I could do that, and then I could cook me a piece of chicken or a piece of fish, and not have to worry about it. Because
good.
It's top of my priority to stay healthy, and if we can figure that out, then I thought about even freeze drying me some stuff.
I will say this: that I told you that Andrew said that all of the restaurants that they have picked out do have vegetarian options, but I don't know if there's gluten-free options.
Yeah, I'm not a vegetarian.
Yep.
I just need some gluten free.
So I don't know what to.
We did
I
have
don't know.
the owl in the old barn here.
Yep.
The little screech owl. But obviously we had to clean the barn out here, and the owl found another habitat. And we put up an owl box down there. But to our knowledge, nothing
so far nothing
has been in it.
Yep.
I told Mary Carl the other day, I said, I want to go. She had told me one day, she said, Mama, we could go look for owls one day if you want to. I said, well, how do we look for owls? And she said, we'll just walk in the woods and we'll look for cavities. And in those cavities, you might see a little head sticking out. And so that's definitely something I'm interested in doing.
Somebody said an air fryer would be better for traveling versus the convection oven.
Well, the last time I cooked in the air fryer, I had a problem with contamination, so I may have to buy another one just for me.
That's right.
Yeah, I cooked.
That's right.
I cooked in it, and I had previously cooked, French fries with breading.
Yep.
And then I cooked me a piece of chicken in there, and next thing I know is I'm all messed up.
Somebody says they take a small air fryer and a small 3/4 Instant Pot with them.
How about that? That's a good idea.
Yep. I
could definitely do that.
And I see some people asking, so the reason why that we may change that you take her instead of me is that, number one, taking care of the farm is a job for one person for sure. And
why not go as a family? Because, well, somebody would have to stay here and take care of the farm, and you're talking a whole week. And plus that, it's a 2-person trip.
So one person
would have
trip,
to stay
at the hotel, or mingle around. I don't know what there's anything to do around there, but I don't know. That's the reason why, is that one person would stay here and take care of the farm.
Yeah, we never even thought about going as a family.
Not this trip. Now we are planning a family trip.
We are, but it's just something that's for her, and a parent needs to go along.
Yep.
But we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
It's it doesn't matter which one of us go.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But that's a good idea about if I got my rice cooker, I could cook in the rice cooker. Y'all are giving me some good ideas. Yep. I'm glad we talked about that. I am glad we talked about it. And I need a separate air fryer anyway.
You do need a separate air fryer.
Not like an air fryer convection oven combo like what I have in the kitchen. Yep. Something separate.
That's the other thing. The trip includes the hotel room, and it's for 2 guests, and it's paid for through the Alabama Autobahn Association. So I don't know how they would feel about us adding an extra person on their dime. I don't know. I really don't know how that works.
Liners for the air fryer, upon my research, wouldn't work because there's particles in there that you just can't absolutely get out. So I think I'm just going to invest in a separate air fryer and call it done with me using the other one.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Right. Family trip. Somebody said, let me guess, a family trip to Alaska.
I saw it.
Y'all, we absolutely loved Alaska.
We did.
We started talking about the trips that we have been on, which have not been very many, but of course, Alaska tops the cake. I just don't know that it would be that much difference if we went somewhere else in Alaska. I don't know.
I don't know either. Alaska's big though, so there's different things there. So
well, she wanted to go to what's it called? Barrow.
Yeah.
Barrow, Alaska, which is the most northernmost part of North America.
Yes.
And to get to Barrow, you have to go to Anchorage and then get on a smaller plane to go to Barrow. Mm-hmm. And I just don't know if that's something we're up for yet.
Especially you. I just, that'd be rough on you, I believe.
Well, Jason is very thoughtful, and you really don't want to go on a flight that long again either. Not this close to what we did last year.
And it was rough. It's rough.
They're going back to Alaska for the 7th time.
Oh my goodness. It's fun now.
I was thinking the other day, Caden was here working, and I was thinking that he and his dad absolutely need to take a trip to Alaska.
I've seen this twice on here. Is that they're Antarctic cruises?
Oh,
Yes.
don't tell Mary Carl that. Do not tell Mary Carl that. The Galapagos, we looked at that too.
That would be fun,
That's a long flight.
I think that's the one where when you get on the island there, you have to quarantine yourself. Getting on the island and quarantine yourself and getting off the island.
The Galapagos?
Yeah, because they don't want any contamination because they're trying to, if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong on that, but I think that's correct on the Galapagos because they don't want any, because they're trying to keep that place as natural as possible.
Well, good. Something.
Or maybe it's certain parts natural of the island. I don't know, but I've read that somewhere. I know I have. I know I have.
Well, Sue said it's a 9-hour flight from Florida to Alaska.
It was 7 one way and 8 or 9 another way. I forget because you get a tailwind.
You get a break coming back. I think it was. And I told Jason, I said, "Well, I slept the whole time."
Well, we dozed on and off, but it's hard. You're in that seat like this and trying to sleep. And, I don't know.
We'll figure it out. Alaska is awesome, though. It is awesome. If you are debating on taking a trip, do it. Do it. Yeah. You have the opportunity. I said Caden and his dad need to take a trip because Caden's a fisherman. And
I can imagine.
You know, our veterinarian at our previous home, Dr. Holbrook, he's a fisherman, and he took a trip to Alaska just to fish. And boy, oh boy, they stayed on a vessel, not like a cruise ship, like a small vessel. And they only take so many people. He gave me all the information about it, but it's basically just you and nature and the ship captain, not ship, but the boating captain.
Yep.
And you go to different stops and you fish, and the captain cleans your fish and they cook it for you. He said it was awesome. It was incredible. And I can't imagine you being disappointed anywhere you went.
It is a different world. I saw somebody say that. It is a very different world. It
doesn't unreal. Even seem real.
It doesn't. Not at all.
I would forego all trips for 5 years to take one trip to Alaska to save up for that.
Yep.
It was just that wonderful. Just that over the top. Go to Australia.
That's a flight.
I think we're gonna stay in the United States for a while
and catch all those birds first.
Yeah. Michael Key could go with Caden.
He could.
He could go fishing with Caden.
He certainly could do that. That's the truth right there. Now, I talked about watching the movie Finding Neverland, which is about Peter Pan. I had a lady send me the original Mary Poppins movie DVD and the movie that talks about creating that movie, kind of like Finding Neverland. I haven't seen that one yet, and I forget the name of that movie. But she's the same lady that sent me the Grease album.
Okay.
So she also sent me the original Mary Poppins album.
Wow.
Right there, which I love this. I ain't thinking about all these cool old album covers I have.
Yeah, hanging them up.
Cool in here.
Hanging up.
Or framed or even not framed. I don't know. I just think they're pretty awesome. And you can see inside here it's
like a book.
Yeah, right there. But I think that's the next movie we're going to watch is the one about the making of Mary Poppins. If I'm not mistaken, I think Tom Hanks is who. I need to go look at that. I may be telling you wrong. Got me curious now. I want to go look.
Where are you going to go look at?
It's right here. I should have grabbed it.
Oh, the movie? Okay.
Should have grabbed it to start with.
Are you going to be able to find it?
Yeah.
So I saw somebody said earlier, how many walls do you have? Jason is putting all different collages of pictures going up our stairwell. And one day we'll show that. One day.
It's not ready yet. That's the reason I hadn't shown it.
Yeah, he wants it to be more put together where it doesn't look unfinished.
And it is Tom Hanks. It is Saving Mr. Banks, which is about the Mary Poppins film. And then she get me the original Mary Poppins. Look, it's still sealed
Wow.
right there. Which I love this movie. Absolutely love it. Right there. So this is probably our next movie we're going to watch.
Well, you might have a good day to do that because it's supposed to be raining this afternoon, but Emily might come. So
She
I don't
might
know if
come.
Emily's going to be interested in watching that.
Well, you know, you get two teenage girls together. It's, you know,
it's not their interest change.
Daddy becomes, you know, on down the list.
That's okay. I got some honeydews for you.
Oh,
We may not sit down and watch a movie, but
I got you.
have some things.
Well, I do
to
plan on hanging up a lot of my pictures too, since it's going to be
Oh
nasty.
man, I had other plans.
Somebody said they love Saving Mr. Banks. I've never seen this one, and I remember it. And there's another. I do not know why I haven't watched this one yet. Now, I have watched one Mr. Rogers movie, but I think the one with Tom Hanks is the one I haven't seen yet. I don't think I've seen that one yet. So I want to watch that one soon too. I don't think Mary Carl will be quite interested.
I was wondering
in that
if
one.
that was something that you had planned on watching with her or by yourself.
I'll probably watch that one by myself. She will like this one though. But there is a Tom Hanks one that's Mr. Rogers. It's not Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It's something neighborhood. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I want to watch that one soon too. Because of the kids channel, I've been so stoked about the kids content. I've been putting out little shorts every day, and I got my buddy helping me do those. He's helping me with getting a lot of the kids stuff out there so I can, you know, keep that going. And I'll have a long form video, hopefully record it. I won't try to get it done after all this nasty weather's gone. I guess I get flooded with a bunch of ideas, and I have to stop and break those out, you know, and break them down and figure out what I want to do. So I've pinpointed the one I want to do, and I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to save the other one for the next one.
Gotcha.
So that's
well, you're not going to record it Monday, I hope.
No, I got to wait till it gets.
You might have a little ice on your beard.
Oh man!
I saw some people asking about our stuffed peacock. Well, the cats found it one day, and once we figured out that there could be damage done, we decided to take it down and pack it away.
Yes.
Because they had interest in it.
Yes.
Now, the Beanie Baby has not came down, but they were very interested in Scott the peacock. So we didn't want anything to happen, and that's why you don't see him
That's right.
behind us.
That's right.
Just saw that come up and thought I would address it.
Allison says she saw that my eyes lit up when I talk about the kids channel. You have no idea.
So
Jason has no idea.
The focus is on the kids channel, and it's amazing the thoughts that he has. It's kind of like Mary Carl and the birds.
I guess it is. I guess it is.
He gets excited about it. He'll tell me ideas, and I just hope he remembers everything that he talks about.
Well, I got it in my notes. I got a lot of stuff in my notes.
Good.
Yes.
Good idea.
Yeah, I've started doing that. I need to get me, and I got one up there. I need to get a journal with a pen, and I see one. I think I got one or two up here that I'm going to have to put beside the bed because I start writing stuff down.
And that's when your ideas come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Dee Dee said it's about an hour. She's trying to get down. Maybe she's just shifting.
She's just relocating.
She's just shifting.
Yep.
So if y'all saw the video where I gave the donkeys I planned to give the donkeys across the street the treats, I ended up giving it to all our animals, and they loved the carrots. My goal was to show y'all the turkeys. Well, this morning we were getting ready for the live, and I get a notification that there's something in the field. And when I get that notification, I immediately look at it. Guess what was in the field this morning? The group of female turkeys. So a few minutes later, I get another notification. And that is, I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a female deer, a doe, and back in the background is the flock of turkeys with her.
And that was this morning, right before we went on the live.
Right before we went on the live. There they were. And I think they just want me to be occupied where I can't come out there and and show them to y'all. We got a fly of all
know it.
things. Caught this guy on the deer camera yesterday morning. I zoomed it in so you could kind of see it, but that makes it blurry. He looks like Edward Scissorhands. He has the antlers that are all intertwined, and I wish I could see him from the front.
Yeah, non-typical.
He came back last night. Did I tell you that?
Mm-mm.
He came last night, but I got another side view.
Oh, really?
The
No
view
front
last
view yet.
night was a side view. So
He'll keep coming.
he's definitely a passerby.
He will keep coming.
He's looking for a lady friend. It's that time of the year where they're in rut, and he's gonna probably continue to pass through. But he's got all kind of intertwined antlers, and it's a deer we've never seen on the camera before.
No, he's a new one.
And deer can travel like crazy amount of miles, like 10 miles. It's amazing.
That is crazy. And turkeys too.
Turkeys too.
Yeah, they travel a long way.
I sure hope my turkeys, I say my turkeys, they're my turkeys.
Go on now.
The Jason, he's not going to listen to you.
He's not. He's sitting there. He's going to crawl.
Michael Key, how many turkey sandwiches do you want? I said they're my turkeys, Michael.
Oh,
And they're gonna
goodness,
be
that's hilarious.
they're gonna be sitting on eggs back there. And they're gonna be reproducing, and I'm gonna see little baby turkeys wandering around. So I'm happy that they call our farm their home. The group of hens and the group
Yes.
of toms.
They are pretty.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
They're very pretty. I've
Mhm.
always loved turkeys. Wild turkeys. I mean, we've had lots of domesticated turkeys, but wild turkeys just, I don't know why. I think it's because, don't tell my neighbor. I don't think he's a turkey hunter.
I don't think so either. He just comes right back. Crazy fly.
Well, Jason is
he's
distracted by a fly.
It's gonna get on the camera. Yeah, I get distracted easily.
He does. And we're going to get distracted by getting this farm prepared for some cold temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty much everything is done that needs to be done, but we're going to go out and make sure, the spigot covers are on, the faucets that are on the wall and such as that. Our low Monday is showing 13. So that's temperatures we don't typically have around here. And we're just thankful that it looks like the ice is going to stay away from here. I hate it for anybody.
I know it. I know it.
Don't want anybody to have that nasty stuff.
I hope y'all stay safe.
I hope so too. I hope so too. You finished with your coffee?
I'm finished. Yes.
Well, whatever you choose to do, I hope you have an amazing day.
I do. Absolutely. And y'all be good.